One's good, one's bad, yeah, they're really always like this. We don't know who's who, but at least we know who Mike is. They love to complain, they got sports on the brain, and they frequently drive each other insane. It's the good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. It's the good and the bad and the Mike.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Good, The Bad and The Mike. As always, I'm Oisin. That's Cian.
Woo!
And that's Mike.
Hello.
I'm not sure what I expected,
right.
but it wasn't that
right.
one.
Keeps you guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. Alright, let's just jump straight. I don't think we've any housekeeping to do we?
No.
Alright, let's jump into the news.
We definitely didn't discuss any, so yeah, we might as well just keep it going.
Mike, let's go to you first.
Okay. Great news for all those Patriots fans out there. Due to a lot of pullouts of the Pro Bowl, Mac Jones has been elevated in, so he's a Pro Bowler by default. Let's go. Great rookie season. Let's go.
I'm not applauding that.
No, me either.
Hey, he's a Pro Bowler.
I don't even
We'll
think it
say it
should
on
have
the
been in
stats.
the news, to be honest.
I'm surprised you put him forward for the Pro Bowl season, is how you hate doing that.
We have him under contract for the next 5 years, so it's okay.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
it's
contract
still an
disputes.
extra. Yeah, but it's still an extra Pro Bowl. It needs to cost more
It's all
money.
for the confidence.
I
you know,
also think J.C.
we broke
Jackson
into him.
should not be allowed to be a Pro Bowler because he got hurdled by a fullback. I feel like that should just automatically.
Yeah,
That
but
should
no.
disqualify you straight off the bat.
Yeah, you got hurdled by a fullback. That should be enough to just get rid of him.
I like to think that the Pro Bowl news was kind of, they told Mac, like, oh, congrats, you made the Pro Bowl. And also Josh Nathaniel left. What's that?
Yeah.
Your offensive coordinator
Will
is gone.
he
Ooh.
smoke a cigar while at the Pro Bowl?
Unless he... No, I don't think so. I was going to say if he wins it, but nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Nobody cares about winning it.
Yeah, no one cares about the Pro Bowl.
Alright, Cian, what have you got?
What do I have? Oh. Yes. Rafa Nadal ended up beating Dmitry Medvedev for the Australian Open. A bit of a barred controversy, Australian Open, that, we feel like we should cover the final, seeing as how we covered none of it except for the drama at the start. I feel like, people need
We
closure.
covered the very beginning,
The important part.
and then
Yeah.
said it's starting next Monday, and then didn't cover it at all, and now
Yeah.
we're covering it again.
Yeah.
This is just how
Oh,
the world
it was
works. I like
An
Nadal.
Australian who won the females as well. A Barty, never even heard of her.
No, me either.
Yeah, fair play.
I'm a big Nadal fan. With the little I know of,
I have always been a Nadal fan. I
yeah,
was always Nadal over Federer.
Oh,
I was
100%.
more of a Federer.
Yeah, but you're a
Unfortunately, I was a
scumbag,
Federer.
so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Let crew for life.
So you're a Thierry Henry fan?
I would be. For most parts of his career, except for one blip.
No, you said you're a Thierry Henry fan.
Yeah.
You
We all
take
make
take it
mistakes.
all. You take the good and the bad.
And what do you get?
Let's see. What have I got? Oh yeah, I completely forgot what I had, even though it's right in front of me. A German reporter reported that UEFA has taken legal action against a restaurant called Pizza Wok in Germany because a pizza they have is called Champignon League, as in like champignon for mushroom.
No. No.
No, I'm not having that.
Yep.
It's not the Mushroom League.
That's
Hold
what
on, so
UEFA were going
puns-
to rebrand it.
So puns are just have they just gone to any fantasy football competition and just read the puns and go,
Yeah.
he's bad. He's
He's
bad.
Yeah, 100%.
Bad.
I thought that was just quite funny. Mike, what else have you got?
So bit of a mystery there on Saturday night. We had it was Rappaport, Ian Rappaport, an
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
insider, caused
Adam Schefter.
absolute chaos. Schefter. Was Schefter
Yeah.
this one?
This one was Schefter.
They're all announcing it by the end of the evening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Schefter started it, apparently.
Reported saying that Tom Brady has finally decided to give it up
He's packing it in.
and retire,
And
which
yet,
was followed by everyone saying, "Oh, what a thing." Then his dad comes on later on to say, "Yeah, no, he hasn't retired yet." So no one knows if he's retired or not now.
I hate this so much that when this happens and the official NFL team on social media go, Tom Brady retires, and then all writing, Pierre-Emerick. And you're like, you're an official fucking channel. If it's not confirmed, ye shouldn't say it above anyone else.
they apparently
That
haven't
irritates me when
taken
they
it
do that.
down either.
No,
Really?
they haven't.
No, they don't. They
and-
don't. They do that all the time.
ESPN
"Oh,
still have their thing up
irritates me."
to say, Brady's retiring.
Yeah.
Like, no one's
I'll-
taking it down.
I'll be for Tom if he just goes, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to stay one more year just to fuck you guys up. For an
I mean, Oshie was saying apparently all the Niners fans thinks he's going there to do one
he
season.
wants to
No.
go.
One
He
guy
does.
said it on a podcast, and now it's all over the 49ers subreddit.
I mean,
I'm like, fuck off.
The Candlestick Chronicles.
it's no
No,
lie.
it's
Brady,
not Candlestick
Brady
Chronicles.
has
Yeah.
always wanted to play for the 49ers.
Yeah,
There's
and now that
no
it's
way
been
to
20
blind it.
years and nobody involved with the not picking him is no longer there, like I could see it happening. You know?
Yeah.
Like as long as Steve Mariucci was still there, he was never going back.
I mean, we
Wing
couldn't
back to go.
afford him anyway because we
Yeah, you
wouldn't be able to
probably
trade for him.
His contract's up.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
that's
there's
why.
2 year he signed,
Is he-
wasn't it?
did he
Yeah,
sign
he's
a
got
2-year?
another year left on it.
How did he finish
He's
this
done
year?
2
That's
years.
why. Was it
No,
not
he's
before?
got
Did he get an
he signed an
extension?
extension.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He signed an extension after they won the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure.
He definitely could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw someone saying like we couldn't afford him because we'd have to pay him what he's being paid anyway. He wouldn't be able to just leave on free agency and sign for us for vet min just to play for us for a year.
Yeah.
Keane, do you have any other news?
Yeah, we got a few of the hirings in the NFL. We'll go through them quickly and just comment on the intriguing ones. Well, one in particular. So the Bears have hired Matt Eberflus as the head coach and Ryan Poles as their GM. Yeah, decent, former Chiefs player personnel and then the defensive coordinator for the Colts, so that's fine. Then we get to the interesting one. Denver Broncos hiring Nathaniel Hackett, the Packers offensive coordinator, simply because apparently he has a good relationship with Rodgers and they want Rodgers, so they hired this guy to help tempt him over.
He apparently does have a
So-
very good relationship with Rodgers.
Yeah, so that's I love that
Yeah.
move. And if he doesn't go there, how quickly does he get sacked? I don't know.
Ah,
I'm thinking week
immediately.
2. Week 2.
Yeah, it's
They'll
like
give him
we
2.
made a mistake.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah, and then
I would be surprised if there's a clause saying we can't sack you if you don't deliver Rodgers.
yeah, that's 100%. And then unfortunately, Patriots lose Josh McDaniels, who takes another foray into head coaching in the Raiders, which I thought was harsh given how good a job the replacement manager they got in last year.
Yeah,
I can't
I
remember.
was shocked.
He
Actually
did
did.
quite well, yeah.
He had,
And
he had
the
a good.
players seem to really like him as well. I'm surprised they
I
didn't
mean,
keep him on.
considering the shit show that he had to deal with with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Now the Raiders have gone double Patriots in hiring Dave Ziegler as their GM.
That
Apparently
one
he was
hits
a
me hard.
he was a scout for the
Yeah,
Patriots, which was surprising.
Apparently,
Ah.
McDaniels essentially said, "I'm not coming unless you get this guy as the GM."
yeah. So what
From what I
happened
read.
was
Interesting.
McDaniels when he was at the Broncos, he's the one that got Ziegler his first shot in the NFL, and he was winning with the Broncos, and then he moved him across when McDaniels went back to the Patriots. He brought Ziegler with him. And Ziegler was in
That's
charge of the draft last year, the last 2 years, which has been slightly more successful with the likes of
yeah.
Duggar,
Good
Jones,
drafts.
Barrymore, and Stevenson, just to name a few coming out. So
Yeah.
that's a huge loss.
That's very, very fair. So Raiders might be one to watch then going forward. Oh wait, no, but I'm sorry, I don't care how good this lad is at the draft. We're still getting the Raider unknown this year. There's still gonna be a random first round pick that the Raiders are gonna pick up some random lad that nobody else has heard of. That's gonna happen. Dave can have all the other rounds, but he doesn't get the first round. That's how the Raiders have been. and that's
It's
how
just
they'll
to spin
continue
the
to be.
wheel. Hey, this guy.
And they might take that punter, the South Dakota State punter, who's fucking phenomenal. I wouldn't be surprised to take him in the first round.
Hey, drafting a kicker went really well for the Bengals, so why not?
Yeah, that's very, very fair. Yeah, and then the Vikings hired the new GM, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. He was our vice president of football operations. No idea if he's any good. Never really heard of him before this.
We had a vice
So
president of football operations? I thought it was just the three of us.
yeah, sure.
I get it.
Yeah, thank you.
I get it. I just
When he
not
said "our," he
respecting it.
meant the Browns.
Yes.
I did.
Anyone
I
listening.
did. And then the last one now, the Giants have hired their head coach and general manager.
I
So
mean, I
that's
thought it
Brian
was funny.
Dabble, the Bills' offensive coordinator. No, I'm not giving you that one. That's why I gave you the long pause so you think about what you did.
No, I enjoyed it.
I
The long
did
pause
too.
was for the audience to laugh at it and not miss anything.
Exactly.
Okay, and then essentially the Giants have just snatched the Bills' offensive coordinator and the Bills' assistant GM to be their GMs. So they're moving out of New York and into New Jersey. So, I mean, the Bills have done well. So yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, hiring a special teams coordinator didn't go so great for them, so why not take an offensive coordinator? One of the most explosive offenses in the last 2 years. So, yeah, some interesting moves. Still a few jobs open, but I don't know exactly. And yeah,
A quick NFL story that I came across just now. The
Yes.
Rams will play the Bengals in the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, but the Rams
Sangalis.
have not been designated the home team.
What a time to be
The
alive.
Bengals had
Oh.
designated the home team, despite
they
the fact
won
it's
first.
in the Rams
Stadium.
stadium, which is
Does
incredible.
that mean they get the Rams dressing room?
Yes, actually, I
Yeah,
assume
that
so.
would, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason France used the away dressing rooms in their soccer stadium. It's because they were the away team in 1998 when they won the World Cup. So they used the away dressing rooms in the Stade de France.
That's interesting. So
Yeah, rugby
essentially,
team
the away
don't care.
dressing
They
rooms have just
consider it
become the
used.
home dressing rooms.
No,
Yeah.
only for soccer, because the rugby team still use the home dressing rooms.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
that
wait,
was
if they win the Super Bowl, does that mean then that they start using the away dressing rooms?
I hope we don't find out. Anyway, that was just a small aside.
Do the Chargers and the Rams have different dressing rooms? So there's one away
Different.
room and two home
Oh,
ones?
I
or
assume
they-
there's.
no.
I assume they each have their own. There's maybe 3 dressing rooms.
It'd
One
have
for
to
the
be at least
Chargers,
3.
one for the Rams, and then one for the
The
away team.
49ers. Oh, and the away team, yeah. That was good a joke after last night, but I still loved it, Jimmy G and the Rams.
So
I
do
mean,
we
6
discuss
and 1's
that
not
now?
a bad record against a division rival.
Yeah,
It's just that the one really,
the one.
really mattered. I say it really
Yeah.
mattered, but actually, to be fair, the 6th one, was essentially a playoff game as well. In week 18, that was essentially a playoff game for us. It was a winning in, losing
True, it
out.
was.
So, look, we're not talking about it. Anyway, other news that I had, Bild reported earlier that Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe have reached an agreement. And Mbappe will join Real Madrid as a free agent in the summer.
Hey,
Big shock. No one expected it.
Yeah.
did we not say we couldn't do transfer news in the news because that was the
This
main?
isn't,
Yeah.
this isn't a transfer.
It's not a
This
pre-contract.
is a pre-contract.
Basically a
Right,
transfer.
Not a
that's
transfer,
part of
though.
the January transfer window now.
I mean, it's not, but whatever. It's not a transfer because they turned down 200 million for them last summer.
Yeah.
Fine then. I didn't even really listen to it.
Their
Who's signed for who?
arrogance. Their arrogance thinking he'd sign a contract extension, even though he explicitly said, "I ain't doing it."
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about.
Is he just really unhappy at
apparently,
PSG?
Mbappe will be earning €961,500 a week.
He's done everything except win the Champions League. Like he's won everything in France.
Yeah.
And I think he just wants to test himself a bit.
50 million per year pre-tax is apparently his wage at Real Madrid, which is just absolutely
I
insane.
mean, it's all right. It's decent money.
It's
I'd say you
pretty
get by
solid.
on that.
He's on €1.58 a second.
Do you like? the kids ever say that stupid thing? Do you remember when you were talking about like, oh, Bill Gates earns so much money a second that it's 10 cents a second or something like that, and so if he sees a 5 cent coin on the floor, it's not worth his time picking it up. And I'm like, no,
Yeah,
Yes.
that is
he's still
stupid.
earning that
Yeah,
10
because it's
second
a
when he's picking
bonus
it up.
5 cents. It's not an
Yeah,
either or.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's not like they're like, oh, he's getting other money. Pause the 10 seconds.
All right, Mike. What else have you got?
A bit of history yesterday was made.
Oh,
In the 85th minute of Manchester United's FA Cup win against Bridgewater United women's team, Carla
course.
Solskjaer came off the bench, meaning that her and her dad are the first father-daughter to play for the club. That's
That
pretty
is
cool.
quite interesting. Not as good as who? Who was it? Who got to announce their son making their United debut?
Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage. That was kind of funny.
That was pretty class, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's
I
Who
don't
was
really
he
also
said,
like
been
Robbie
Mike?
Savage usually, but that was pretty class.
Solskjaer. Carla and Ollie
was-
Solskjaer.
oh,
Gunnar Solskjaer.
I didn't hear you say the name, but yeah, that.
But,
I get it.
I think the funnier story of pair of family members in football was, I believe it's the Johnson family. Either Johnson
Yeah,
came on and
yeah,
replaced his
for
dad.
his dad. Yeah, yeah. That is quite fun.
And actually, his dad was fuming and screaming at the manager saying, "Why you take me off and putting this shit on?" But understandable. Family feud.
Jesus, yeah. That'll be an awkward car ride home. You think you're better than me?
Keith, what else you got?
That did happen in baseball for a year, where what was his name? The Seattle Mariners drafted a kid, and they just go call him by Junior, and because of that, his dad was like 40, and they signed his dad for a year just so they could have his junior and senior playing for 1 year together. Oh, I can picture him now. Kenny something Junior. Anyway, it's just kind of funny. I always refer to him as Junior. Yeah, an interesting piece of news here. Republic of Ireland international Ciara Grant signed with the Rangers women's team there during the week, and she got a bit of flack for it. I seen it. She's I think she's born in Toronto, but she has some kind of Donegal connection. So I seen it on Facebook, and she got a bit of flack for signing for Rangers because people in Donegal don't really like Rangers. But she's the first player since 1938, the first Irish international player for Rangers since 1938. So breaking down boundaries, building those bridges.
Nice.
That's
That's
good
pretty
for her.
impressive.
Yeah, be interesting to see how the Rangers fans treat her, but she should do okay.
Are we counting managerial confirmations as
Yeah,
transfer window? That's news.
news.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Frank Lampard has been confirmed as the new Everton manager.
Oh, I did see some memes about that, and I wasn't sure if it was accurate.
Yeah, that was
Something about-
it was confirmed today.
Him being better than most of their midfielders, so he could put himself on and do a decent job.
He was confirmed today, and I mean it's an interesting one.
Who was it? He was Villa, wasn't he?
I think it's still a bad appointment on Everton's part, but I don't think he's been proven, really.
Oh no, Villa, Steven Gerrard. Who is Frank Lampard in charge of?
He was in charge of Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah,
Why did you go from Chelsea to Everton?
He got sacked.
he got
Chelsea.
sacked. Yeah, he got
Oh,
he got sacked and then like,
missed
took
that
a
completely.
year out.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, Thomas Tuchel is Chelsea boss. I
Yeah.
remember that now. Okay.
So that was big news for Everton today. I'm unconvinced about him as well, to be honest. But yeah,
Time will tell.
time will tell. Mike, what else you got?
So, bad news for Ivan Toney after the investigation.
Oh,
You see
yeah.
this?
Oh yeah,
Things to do on holiday and things not to do on holiday. Don't get a clip recording saying "fuck the club you're currently playing for" and post
No,
it
I do.
online. Now, I have heard saying he says that clip was edited.
It doesn't look edited.
It doesn't look edited at all, and I'm curious on what sort of sayings did they say and just cut out the word so it's just fuck Brentford.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more that he just had other things on his mind.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
Is he just trying to force a move away from Brentford, or is he just an idiot?
No.
Just
It
an
was
idiot.
just an idiot, and him and the Chung one who was recording him. He
Yeah,
had something else on his
he
mind.
was a bit intoxicated, and we all say things intoxicated that we don't mean. But
He did
meant that.
apologise.
He 100% meant that.
He apologised after the post-nut clarity hit.
Ooh.
He apologised to all the Brentford fans for saying fuck Brentford. So, we all do things we regret.
Yes.
What else have we got? Keen, anything else?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Mike, have you anything else?
The elephant in the room from the weekend.
Yeah, that's fair. I was wondering if there was anything else before that. So we'll do that, and
Yeah.
then I have one story that'll segue into transfers.
Oh, is there more
Okay.
transfer news?
No, it's not. It's related to a transfer that
Okay.
happened.
Okay.
But first we'll deal with the elephant in the room. Yes.
Yes.
Mason Greenwood, I think girlfriend.
Girlfriend,
X. Is it X? I thought.
Well, it
Ex,
would be X
probably.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was X before. Maybe I'm wrong in that. But
Could be. No idea. But
Yeah.
at one
I
point,
didn't
girlfriend.
think so.
Yes.
But anyway, at one point, girlfriend, posted to her Instagram pictures of bruises and cuts that she had claimed that came from Mason Greenwood beating her, and then posted audio that was very clearly Mason Greenwood threatening her, essentially, which, like, quite rightly so, has seen him be suspended by the club without pay. They've removed all merchandise involving him. He's under investigation by the police. And it's great to see that this has happened so quickly after it came out. But there's still fucking idiots online defending
so
him.
many.
yeah.
Like, it's an absolute joke. He lost his Nike deal. The Independent reported it 6 hours ago that Nike have terminated their sponsorship deal with, or suspended, their sponsorship deal with Mason Greenwood, who is only 20 years old. Like, had a very promising career and has just thrown that away.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but fair play to her.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fair play to her for coming out and being brave enough to come out. I saw someone make a very good point that if she had the state of mind to record the audio and take photos of it, record the audio as it happened, it was obviously not the first time it had happened. So he clearly he must have a history of it, and it's just great to see that it really is being stamped down on immediately.
Yeah, true.
But it is just shocking to see some people coming out to defend him and abuse her.
Yeah,
online.
it's
a fucking joke.
Fairly indefensible.
So it'll be interesting to see now what happens going forward. It's a pity that it happened, but he's just fucking hell.
I do often wonder, how, what goes into the state of mind where you think that that's okay to do. I don't.
I guess it's
I
because
assume part of it is that he's
gone through probably
rich,
his.
probably doesn't have many people who say no to him at any point.
Yeah, he's probably
That's
gone
fair.
through his last 10 years. He's been, this gold
Oh,
champ
shit.
picked up thing, you know,
Haven't said that.
Yeah.
built
True.
up, put on a pedestal saying, I can do what I want, I'm privileged.
Haven't
No
said
matter
that
what
though. There are so many young footballers in the exact same situation who don't do these things, so it's not
Yeah.
an excuse or anything.
No.
I just want to be clear that we're not trying
Yeah.
to make excuses for it.
No.
It's a shocking thing to have happened, and fair play to her for coming out. And hopefully he really does get the book thrown at him.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah. Does anyone else have anything they wanted to say about that story?
Nope. Nope.
It's very hard to segue out of that.
Yep.
That's why you're the Segway King.
Yeah, that's why you had your segue.
Yeah, fair. I also have breaking news, but we're not allowed to talk about it because it's transfer news.
I mean, it can be the first bit of transfer news.
Yeah, that's fair. This final bit of news is related to transfers, and that's why we're using it to segue in.
It's not a good segue if you keep mentioning it's a good
shut
segue.
up! I'm trying to segue
Fine.
out of that story. Fuck
Let
me.
him have it.
Okay.
The Telegraph reported yesterday, that Luis Diaz has moved to Liverpool, and Tottenham were also interested in buying him and had made a bid. And the Telegraph reported yesterday that when Daniel Levy found out that Liverpool were hijacking the Luis
I
Diaz
think
transfer,
I heard this.
he threatened to report Liverpool's recruitment staff to John Henry and Mike Gordon. However, when Henry and Gordon found out, they were delighted with the strategy pursued. So that just looks like so petty from Daniel Levy, because
Yeah.
Liverpool were gonna gazump him on a transfer.
Here's what your company's doing.
Yeah, like what
They're
the
doing
fuck?
their job.
They're doing their jobs. How disappointed
I
are
hope
you?
you're happy. Yeah.
You should fire everyone here because they're doing their jobs. But like Daniel Levy is just so fucking petty. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that was the final bit of news I had. Just
That's very fair.
That's fair.
the breaking news.
So what's your breaking news? Which, by the time people hear this, will not be breaking.
Yeah, it won't
It will
because
be
this isn't
broken.
live. But like, do the breaking news music again. Fabrizio Romano, a reputable football journalist, tweeted out at 9:53 p.m. It is currently 22:07. It's 10:07. I did see this when it was 4 minutes old, but I had to wait until we were finished the news. Fabio Carvalho to Liverpool. Agreement in place for total fee around 10 million after 2 hours meeting tonight. 5-year deal ready for Carvalho. Time to prepare paperwork and sign before midnight. And
Nice.
he even put in his catchphrase, "Here we go." So you know it's going to happen. Apparently,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Carvalho is going to
Apparently-
stay at
Yeah,
at
stay
Fulham
at
until the
loan.
end of
Yeah.
the season on loan.
What are
Which
Fulham in now? Championship?
Yeah,
Yes. Fulham, yeah. They're
Yeah.
running
Pushing-
away with the league.
Yeah,
They are
Oh.
probably going to win. Do you remember I was saying to you, I don't know if I said it last episode or
it was
Just
last
off air,
episode was
I say-
our
where I
Oh,
said
yeah,
we should
that was-
Fulham and Norwich should just be their own
Yes.
Yeah,
mini
I remember
league
that
in
now.
between because they're just going up and down.
Yeah. I
yeah.
remember
Fulham are currently 5 points clear at the top with a game in hand.
Look at the goal difference though. That's the difference.
48 goal difference. Yeah, Blackburn in second have 15. That's insane.
that.
So yeah, Fulham are really running away with it, and Carvalho has been
Oh, they have a game in hand as well.
Carvalho's been incredible. Like he's got some stats I believe so far this season. Let me find them again.
7 goals in 16 league appearances.
4 assists I think as well.
Potentially.
Oh, there he is. He's
This doesn't cover assists.
fair. But yeah, so he'll be a great purchase for
Great.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
All right. Any other? So yeah, we've
start
started with the transfers. So
Yeah.
the main
Alright.
topic of this
Any other
week's episode
transfers? Nope.
is
Alright.
All right.
transfer
cutting it
window
off there.
roundup.
Yeah, that's it.
So
That comes to us all.
let's go. Let's go to you, Mike.
What did I say last week? Fight the system.
Fight the system.
So,
fuck the algorithm.
just
No,
gonna-
feed the algorithm. No, that's the right one.
Just gonna go
Yeah.
with the deal of the window. No doubts about it. Shrewsbury-based pub team Bull in the Barn United have signed Real Madrid legend and World Cup winner Roberto Carlos.
Oh, this was the eBay thing
Yes.
What?
that Sky Sports kept doing. Yeah.
Yeah, for £5.
What?
This was a promotional thing that Sky Sports seemed to have with eBay, where a Sunday League team could buy
Roberto Carlos
for
or
£5.
any Alunco. Any Alunco also went for £5 to New Pevensey and Westham FC. So
And what was the Was it just fastest finger first, or was there
just a
anyone?
raffle,
Was
I
it a
think.
draw?
I think everyone puts
Yeah.
in a fiver. Every team could put in a fiver, and they pick the name in the hat.
That's true.
Roberto Carlos is coming to England.
Oh my
sake.
God.
Keane, any transfers you want to talk about?
Yes. Two.
Yeah,
And the
go on.
first one, of
Let's go
course,
with the
being
first one first.
yes. Well, I'm not going to start with the third.
We can go with the second one
Um,
second, but we'll wait until we come around the whole way.
Okay.
We're doing this the way we did the
Uh,
news in a circle.
Greece suppliers in Barcelona are very happy now, as they're probably looking likely to stock up, as they have signed Adama Traore from Wolves.
On loan.
Is it on loan?
Tis on loan, yeah.
Okay. They still need to grease him up.
Oh,
so
they 100% need to grease him up. The funniest thing about
I
this,
suppose they can't afford to buy anyone, so that makes sense.
the funniest thing about this is that Tottenham were also in on Adama Traore and didn't get
Yes.
him either.
Yeah, now they need to look for a refund for all the grease that they bought.
Did they
I
Did
also
they
love
also
that-
sent to Barcelona saying you're doing your jobs?
I also
Make your
love
transfer.
that Barcelona's front line played at Middlesbrough a few years ago because they've got Martin Braithwaite and Adama Traore.
What a
They
time to
were
be
part
alive.
of that Middlesbrough team.
But was it a Tabatrier also? Isn't that a return? Was he at Barcelona?
Yes, actually, I think he was. Hold on, let me double check that. I think he was at Barcelona at some point. Other than now, yeah, Barcelona re-signed forward from Wolves on loan until end of season.
Oh, he did 13 to 15. He played one appearance apparently for the Barcelona first team. He's
Um,
coming home. Coming
he's checking
home.
in.
Nice.
uh,
He's such a beast.
he is absolutely insane. I'll be interested to see. Yeah, I mean, on loan, you would assume he actually plays. So, be interested to see how he does at Barcelona, and if there's a
Yeah.
possibility of
True.
a permanent deal. Speaking of Barcelona, they've
Yes.
made another signing today,
Oh,
signing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang
Aubameyang.
really? That's
Yeah.
surprising.
on a free.
Oh,
So he, despite having 18 months left on his contract at Arsenal, he is leaving on a free transfer.
I mean,
They're saving like £25 million in wages apparently. And he's taking a substantial pay cut to be able to play for Barcelona.
fair.
I don't like this move in a sense. Didn't he get sent home because of heart condition?
It was that I think he tested. They found something to do with his heart, but I can't remember what it was. He wasn't able to play. He wasn't allowed to play because of COVID. And Gabon actually called his dad to try and calm him down because he
Yeah.
really wanted to play, and because he wasn't able to play, he went out clubbing. So like,
As you
I
do.
know.
he's
it's just a case
32,
of,
and I think he's got some.
I know, but it's like
attitude
you've
issues.
just been burnt with Aguero having the heart condition and being out.
Yeah.
Why take the risk again? I know. Look, don't get me wrong. Fantastic player. Getting him on a free is amazing, but been burnt already in finances. Is it your strong point at the moment?
I mean, I assume he'd be fine, given that I think he's played since then. And if there
Okay.
was any chance that he wouldn't be able to play, they wouldn't have risked him.
Has he played?
True.
I believe he's
He had
played.
played.
Did
He
they get...
wouldn't have been at
I
any of
don't
the Arsenal games.
No, he was still in... I don't think he was sent home from AFCON. I think he was just not able to play that one game.
I'll check now.
Oh yeah, how's AFCON going on? Is that over yet?
No, we're in the semi-finals. Well, we're coming up to the semi-finals.
Oh yeah, Cape Verde lost, and I kind of lost all
Oh no, he
interest
did
after
get
that.
sent home.
Yeah, he was sent home. I remember. He was sent
I thought he played since then. But yeah, like I assume also he'd have done a medical at Barcelona. Like,
You would think so, but then again, Barcelona are known for being a bit
I mean that's fair, but
not great.
they would have checked this stuff. So
Yeah,
I
also
wouldn't-
wants to check their finances. They didn't do that either.
that's true. I would assume his heart is fine.
Speaking of heart conditions,
Go on.
Christian Erickson's back in football.
Yes.
He has a 6-month move at Brentford.
Oh my god, that's poor taste transition.
I thought it was a good taste.
I mean,
I mean, I'm really happy for the man.
it is great to see him back. That's,
It's great
I
to
do
see him
quite like
back.
Christian
That is
Eriksen.
true.
O'Shea just loves his transitions, and I seen one and I went for it.
Yeah,
They were
but
nice.
come on.
I mean,
Poor taste.
Maybe a little.
yeah, though it's
Yeah,
great
good
to see him
move.
back, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does at Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's only 29, so hopefully he can keep going for another few years. How are Brentford doing, actually? My weekly open up at the Premier League table and see how we're doing.
I mean, we discussed this last week, but I also can't remember. They're sitting in 14th.
Oh yes. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, they're doing alright.
Yeah.
I feel like scoring goals is their issue, and I wonder if Christian Eriksen, like, he should
He
be able
will
to help
win
with
you
that. You would
games.
think.
Yeah, I've only scored
yes.
for 26 goals this year.
Which, I mean, to be fair, is more goals than Wolves. It's actually the same amount of goals that Tottenham have scored. And,
That's impressive.
Tottenham have Harry Kane.
I've just considered 14 less.
Breaking news: Tottenham have Harry Kane.
Has Harry Kane scored at all this year?
He has.
He has scored
Just
at some point.
Not
Yes.
the same numbers he's used
Okay.
to, but he has scored. While we're on the subject, there was a funny story developing over the weekend where poor Tottenham couldn't catch a break in the all transfers. It was looking late on Saturday that their only signing
Mm-hmm.
would have been a non-league player called Ollie Tanner. However,
Oh, I did hear about
However-
this.
Spurs fans were very furious if they signed him, as not only was he a former Arsenal player, but going by his recent Twitter, he recently put a reply saying, because they were talking about the mascot fees for clubs, and Ollie Tanner has been seen on Twitter with the post, imagine paying £405 to walk out next to someone who will spit all over you with a photo of Harry Kane. And all the Tottenham fans were saying, "Great job, Spurs! You really did your research on this player."
Yeah.
However, it has transpired he's actually turned them down. He's turned Spurs down.
Spurs.
Yes.
He was asking for more money, and they were like, "No."
Spurs have
You're-
made
you're-
some good signings though. Today
Have they?
they got 21-year-old Dejan Kulusevski from Juventus on a loan deal, and they also bought Rodrigo Bentancur, 24-year-old from Juventus centre mid for 19 million. I think
I mean, sure.
Bentancur is a good player. To be fair, Uruguayan. I don't know anything about Kulusevski,
Oh, cool.
but Cian, why don't you know about him? Because he's North
Mhm.
Macedonian. Like,
I mean,
Keane only knows score on, and that's it.
pretty much. That's I have my one thing. I have no idea what he's doing this year, but I'm a fan of him anyway.
Fair.
I still stand by that.
Betancourt's a good player. He's only 24 as well. He was a good buy for Spurs. I'd be interested to see what Kulusevski's like, because they're paying a 10 million loan fee for Kulusevski for, I assume, until the end of the season. So I'll be interested to see if he's worth it.
True.
Mike, what other transfers do you want to talk about?
Might as well. You briefly mentioned it, but I'd say we should discuss was Luis Diaz from
Very
Porto to Liverpool over the weekend.
Really good buy for Liverpool.
Yeah, and also I must say, I gotta give some credit to Julian Ward, the guy taking over from Michael Edwards.
Yeah, he's off to a good
And
start.
not only, yeah, like from what I was hearing from it, Porto had it was 6 million. Managed to get it down to 37. Now I have heard that we were still owed 10 million from Marco Grujic.
I think
That
part of
might
it
have
also
taken into account.
part of it is also because we paid them some of the money before the deal was actually finalized, because they were in trouble with UEFA for not paying their debt, and the UEFA wouldn't push back the deadline that they needed to pay their debt, some of their debt by. So we gave them money before finalizing the deal so that they were able to pay off that debt, which might have also been why we got a slightly lower price.
Yeah. But yeah, he seems like an absolute coup by just his stats.
He
in the
looked
Portugal
very
league.
good when we played Porto as well.
Yeah. Top goal scorer, I think second or first in assists, touches in the opposition box, top of that. So he's
You love
top of
touches in the
most
box.
So also it is good to see that once again it's not a prolonged transfer. It's mentioned within a few days.
Yeah,
deal
job done.
Thing. It's just not like where you see with certain clubs where it just goes all window long. Will they? Won't they?
Yeah.
It's on. It's
Hate
off.
that.
The Jadon Sancho
Back on.
saga went on for like 2 years.
Maguire the year before that.
Oh yeah.
Keane, any?
Harry Kane missing trainings to try and force him. I was a big fan of that.
No, Keane. He didn't miss any trainings. He was supposed to be away.
He was supposed to miss those trainings.
Any other transfers for
Nope,
you?
I've done my two. That's all that matters.
One big one that I saw today is Aaron Ramsey has joined Rangers on loan for the end of the season from Juventus. And depending on his fitness, may make his debut in the Old Firm derby on Wednesday.
That's big.
He turned down a number of offers in England and around the continent, so he's a big get for.
That's surprising. And then you go to Scotland.
Big get for Rangers.
And
Mike, what else have
obviously,
you got?
do we discuss Newcastle's transfers in general from January? Because we always said January would be their big month.
Yeah.
Bruno
for a long
Guimaraes
time.
was actually my next one.
So do you Newcastle? Who have Newcastle got in?
Bruno Guimaraes from
Matt Target.
Lyon, who was a huge
Matt-
get.
Matt
Really
Target.
good player, 24.
So I hear they got Matt Target. Mike.
Gig Target, yes. That Target. That Target.
Matt Target.
I also heard him say it numerous times, but I was in the middle of a sentence.
You're monologuing.
I know you kept stopping it. Like, oh,
I'm stopping.
like-
And then pick it up again.
Nah,
I
I
was
was
like, I don't know.
I
this
was
might
in the
cue
middle of
scene.
speaking about Bruno Guimaraes, so I was like, "Fuck you."
No, you lolled a little bit.
You lolled. You definitely lolled.
All right, we've talked about Matt Target enough. Chris Wood, they got Chris Wood.
And I mentioned Matt Target. Can today's episode just be called Matt Target?
Go on, then, what have you got to say about Matt Target?
His name's Matt Target.
See, like,
Okay.
if you're
I
going
will
to keep
accept
saying his
this.
name, you have to have some kind of interesting punditry about him. Mike, come on.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm assuming all newspapers went with the headline Newcastle are on target. If not, what's the fucking point?
is
I don't know.
Trippier
I
left
mean,
back?
Newcastle tweeted out, "We've got
Yeah.
Wood" when they signed Chris Wood, which was
Oh
pretty
my God.
impressive.
Yes.
Is Trippier left back?
Trippier
Yes.
is left back, I think.
So why did they buy him for 12 and then Matt Target on loan?
I don't know.
Look at this move
Is
one
Trippier-
across. That's what I'm saying. Is Trippier left back or is
In
he
the
right back?
competition?
Just that
Might be
plays
right
left
back.
back for England.
Wikipedia has him down as a right back. I thought he was a left back.
I think he just plays left back for England.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Transfermarkt
maybe.
has him down as right back as well.
Bad. Okay. But Chris Wood is a strange one for me. I didn't think when they were saying we're gonna get goals up front, I go Chris Wood.
But they've got Wood.
He doesn't scream goals. Yeah, I respect that.
Jeff
I mean-
Hendricks has left Newcastle on loan to QPR.
Oh, that should be good for him.
I assume he's being replaced by Bruno Guimaraes, which is a big upgrade. So
You have to
That's a
say
bit
it like
harsh
that.
of Jeff Hendricks.
Yeah.
it's a big upgrade.
What has Jeff Hendricks ever done to you?
I like Jeff Hendricks, but it's a big
Maybe
upgrade.
not.
That's it though. I think, isn't it? They've only got those 4 so far. I don't think they're in any involved in any
They have-
rumors.
Oh.
I mean, there is one rumor actually, not Newcastle that we actually haven't mentioned.
Go on.
I think we mentioned Donny van de Beek is finally might actually get some game time.
That's not even a rumor.
Yeah,
he's gone to Everton on
Yeah,
loan.
no, not a rumor, but he might actually get game time. I haven't
Oh, I
confirmed.
thought you meant he
Frank
went to
Lampard
Newcastle. I
might
was
just
looking forward to that.
Lampard just might go. No, it's alright. We'll just leave you on the bench.
I mean, they might because they're also in talks to get Dele Alli for 40 million.
God, could you imagine?
If they get Dele Alli and then just leave Donny van de Beek on the bench.
Is he
instead.
gone on loan or did they actually buy him?
On loan.
Van de Beek is on loan, yeah.
Ooh. So that he starts getting some game time and then all of a sudden United are like, no, we're not happy with this, and they recall him. Like, he is a bench warmer at best.
No one warms the bench better than Donny.
Jesse Lingard is apparently confirmed staying at United.
Yeah, that's unlucky for him. The whole situation that just transpired,
Yeah.
I say, is why he's staying.
Like, I'd say part of that, as well as the fact that it happened the day after they loaned Anthony Martial to Sevilla.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, sorry, Jesse, you were going to go, but now it's a no.
But also, United were looking for like a 12 million fee if Newcastle stayed up. And Lingard only has 6 months left on his contract. So, like, that just seemed insane.
True.
What else have we got? Dembele confirmed staying at Barcelona.
I know
which is interesting.
Arsenal's main target, Dusan Vlahovic, who we were talking about, made his move from Fiorentina to Juventus over the
Yes.
weekend.
Yes,
for
I
62
forgot that
million.
We huge get for Juventus.
Yeah,
Huge sell for Fiorentina
Fiorentina.
as well. Given that I think someone said their net revenue the year prior to COVID was 80 million, and this transfer has been 62 million, which is huge. But I think apparently a lot of the Fiorentina fans are not happy at all.
I mean, yeah,
Partly
their
because
top goal scorer.
yeah, he's gone
God.
within the league to Juventus. Arsenal have brought in Austin Trusty from Colorado Rapids for an undisclosed fee, but I think that's a pre-contract, and I have no idea what the story is with him. I don't know who he is. I don't know nothing about him.
That's fair. Except for he's joining Arsenal. Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
and you can trust him because his name's Austin Trusty.
You have to explain the joke. It's not as funny.
I mean, look, I just wasn't sure if people remembered his name from the first time I said it. Like, it was funny to me because I'm sitting here staring at it. But if I just said out of nowhere, you can trust him, and people are like, who the fuck is this guy talking about? It wouldn't make sense.
Oh yeah. No. That. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Andy Carroll has signed for West Brom. That's a big get for West Brom.
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll, what a man.
I think he was still playing.
Me neither,
No.
actually, to be honest.
No, he scored. He had 2 absolute crackers that were disallowed against West Brom a few weeks ago for QPR.
Is that why
watch
they
it.
signed
Did he
him? They're
actually?
like,
Because
oh my god.
it says he's he was unattached, went on as a free agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely with West Brom. He had 2. Definitely, he scored 2 crackers against them. Like, I think one was a bicycle. I gotta double check that now. But they were disallowed. But they were unbelievable strikes. Carroll.
The Athletic, David Ornstein from The Athletic, has reported that Aston Villa have rejected 3 offers for midfielder Douglas Luiz. They want to keep him and hopefully get him a new long-term contract. He'd be a big loss to Aston Villa if they were to lose him. So I would actually like to see him stay at Villa. I like Douglas Luiz is a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with QPR earlier this season. So maybe he just contract ran up and he just started to go.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll send you the link now to the 2. It's loud because Heckers on the second one.
So yeah, Aubameyang has joined on a 6-month deal. There's only half an hour left in the transfer window, guys.
We're not sitting here for half an hour waiting for it to close.
Guys,
Free
come on.
agent.
Come on.
Hasn't been up for signed for Lille as a free agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
After 6 months without a club. I think we've pretty much covered all the main ones.
I think
I'm
yeah,
watching the Screamers.
I feel like we've covered pretty much all the main ones. Robin Gosens has gone on loan from Atalanta to Inter. I actually quite like him.
That really doesn't lie. They might be the 2 best disallowed goals I've ever seen in my life.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Second one.
Sorry. This is the Andy Carroll that signed for Liverpool for like 30 million 10 years ago.
To be fair,
Too much money.
when we signed him, before everything we signed him, he was pretty
No,
good.
it was.
Like, he always had the ability,
He
he
was.
just couldn't stay fit.
I mean, that first one
problem.
was clearly offside, but taken really nicely.
Wait
So
till you get to
did-
the second one.
I haven't seen the second one yet. Did his
No,
contract
he
just
didn't.
run out, or
The second one.
was his contract terminated?
Or he was just cut because he didn't know the offside rule.
That second one reminds me, like, gives me Zidane vibes on his debut for LA Galaxy. Does anyone remember that goal?
Like,
Don't think I've seen that now.
It's a similar one, just from much further out. Like, he takes it
fair,
on his
fair.
chest and chips, like, lobs the keeper from really
Yeah.
far out. Like, Andy Carroll does it from the edge of the box, and it's a nice goal. But oh boy, he's no Zidane. Or Zlatan. Don't know why I kept saying Zidane. I'm sorry. I meant Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering with that. I think
yeah, it's like, Zidane never
Thanks
played
for
LA Galaxy.
thanks for just going along
I
with it
wasn't.
and
I wasn't confident enough to
not
call
correcting
you out
me.
because
I
he
didn't
could
wanna-
have.
It's
didn't
only
want to
when
call
I
you
said
out.
it like for the 4th time that I went, that's not right.
I mean, it could have been right. I didn't know.
But it wasn't. It'd be interesting to see if Everton and Spurs can come to an agreement for Dele Alli. 40 million seems like an awful lot. I don't know if I'd
Oh,
spend
here's-
much money on Dele Alli.
Here's a small one that might have gone under the radar. Diego Godin's were going back to Atletico Madrid.
Oh, is he?
Oh, is he? No, he's not. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay then.
Sorry, it just says Diego Godin, Cagliari to Atletico Ma. And I just at the time I was like, is he going back to Madrid?
Oh my
Is it
god.
Atletico Ma Madrid? No, it is not. No, it is not. I'm just going down the list and reading names. That's at.
Fuck's sake, Mike.
Kennedy's going back to Chelsea.
Was he not just
Who?
on loan?
His loan's ended.
Yeah, so I mean, his loan.
Yeah,
Is...
Keith, he's the guy that upset the entire Chinese fan base.
What? What? What
You
did
never
he
hear
do?
that story with Kennedy while on a Chelsea preseason tour in China?
This is sounding vaguely familiar, but I don't fully remember it.
He pretty much made a joke based on their eyesight. They always look like the guards are asleep.
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
forgot Callum Chambers was at Arsenal.
Me too.
He's not anymore though. He's now at Aston Villa.
Oh. Good for him.
They signed him on a free. But I just forgot he was at Arsenal in the first place. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered all the main ones.
Yes.
So we're
Yes.
just gonna sit here for the next 25 minutes, see what
I
else
mean, you
happens.
can. I'm not. I know there are potentials happening in the next 25 minutes.
I mean, the Dele Alli one seems to be the main one. See if they can get that over the line. 'Cause he'd be a huge get.
Oh, I got a big one.
Oh,
No,
Andre
is this player
Onana. Yeah, no.
actually setting...
Yeah.
Okay.
Andre Onana is leaving Ajax and going to Inter at in the summer. It's already agreed on a free.
Oh.
Ajax also lost David Neres, I think, this window. Yeah, David Neres went to Shakhtar Donetsk for 12 million, which is quite interesting as well. But Ajax,
Yeah.
to be fair, seem to lose players constantly and always have youngsters coming in.
There gotta be something else.
Fair.
It's absolutely insane.
Who, Ajax's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that worse now than it used to be? Like in the early 2000s, it was probably the top one, but
I mean,
it's not
I-
as
I-
big now.
They,
Well,
it
considering-
seems like every year they have a decent Champions League run. Their squad gets
There's only
stripped,
what?
and then they have a decent Champions League run again the next year.
That's
Only
fair.
3 years ago they were semi-finalists of the Champions League,
Yeah.
Fair. Fair.
and then was stripped viciously
Vultures.
by everyone.
Fucking
Oh, pretty
vultures.
You had De Jong left, De Ligt. Chelsea got what's his name? Diaz.
What about the
Who's
guy
that
we
had it?
just mentioned?
Onana?
No, the United player who went on loan to like Newcastle or something. Johnny Van de Beek. That one.
Oh,
He was
I
Ajax, wasn't
I forgot about him. So I forgot he used to play football.
Yeah, at one point in his life, he has been known to kick a football.
Potential big news, guys.
Oh.
Let me just translate this. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my
I
god.
believe it's. Where
He
does
said in
Goran
Polish,
Pandev
"I can
already
help."
play? Where does he currently play?
He played in Italy at the start of the year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
Yes, big news. According
Oh.
to Tribune Dergi on Twitter, who I think are like I assume it's Macedonian. I think it's in Macedonian, this tweet. But it looks like Goran Pandev, 39 years old, is moving to Parma.
Oh my god.
Parma Calcio. That'd be pretty huge. Pretty huge move
For
for
Mr. North Macedonia.
Champions League winner, Mr. North Macedonia. Let's never forget.
Oh my god. Forgot about that. Our first episode, Goran Pandev.
Yeah, what a throwback. I still stand by that.
He makes the 2-0 because he scored 1 goal.
Yeah, but it's not the fact that it's the fact that he scored with very little help against a team much better than his, versus all the other players who scored with good teams playing against teams that might be
But
worse
other
than them.
people for North Macedonia scored at that tournament. You didn't even include them.
That's
I didn't
true.
care as much. And
They
Goran
didn't have
Pandel's
the
goal is one
story.
of the
It's all about the
one of the
story.
worst I've ever seen in my life. Like the goalkeeper, they pass it back to the goalkeeper, they fuck it up, and it's essentially an open goal. But still, he did it.
But Pandev was there.
Pretty much. That's my entire point of yeah. And
Are
it was
North
there.
Macedonia in the playoffs? The World Cup?
Fuck if I know.
Probably not, because they only got in on like the path D of the Euro qualifiers, didn't they? Or, like they
No,
got
I
in
think
because
they
there's
did well.
4.
I think they did well in their thing because they beat Germany in the World Cup qualifiers.
Oh, they did. Let me have a look here.
Yeah.
There's qualification. There it is.
Figure this out. We'll end it. We'll end it there.
I'm getting there.
Table.
Okay,
They
yeah,
finished-
they finished second behind Germany, just ahead of
Yes, so-
Romania.
Yeah, so they are in the playoffs.
Great bunch of lads.
Yeah.
The North Macedonians. Right. So we'll end it
They
there.
play Italy. That's who they play in
Oh,
the qualifiers.
Yeah. So
2 heavyweights.
Yeah, it'll
We'll-
be a hard World Cup not to have Italy there.
Yeah, especially because I think I said at the end of the Euros that I think Italy could win the whole World Cup next year. Big if true. So unless Mike has anything else to say about Matt
No.
Target, we'll leave it there.
Matt Target.
Damn it, I meant to
Matt
bring that up at
Target.
the end. Yeah, Matt Target.
Gives me Matt Damon vibes from Team America World Police.
That's the joke. That's
That
the
was the
joke.
Yeah.
Matt Target.
Matt Target.
We apologize to anyone that knows the Target family on that.
Send all complaints to Ushin.
Yeah.
Right.
Send it all to me. That makes perfect sense.
You kept cutting him off. You kept
I
lulling,
was speaking.
giving him a hope, and then you kept cutting him off.
No, I was talking about Bruno Guimaraes.
That you kept stopping.
But I never finished speaking. I may have paused, but I didn't finish. You've just got to learn some fucking manners, you scumbag. Alright. Yeah, we'll leave it there, so. Unless Cian has anything
Yes.
else to add? 'Cause I only
No.
asked Mike, technically. Just making sure.
You did. I mean, yeah.
Alright,
No,
so
I understood it. It's okay.
fuck the system. Feed the algorithm. And death comes to us all. Cheers for listening.